everybody. How are you? You are hardcore. Look at you. 4 o'clock. I am in with AI. I've got good news and I've got bad news. Which one do you want first? Bad news. So British. Always the British answer. Bad news first. The bad news is I'm American. The good news, do you want the good news? I'm American. And that means that this 90 minutes is going to fly by with some amazing AI information. It's going to feel like an episode of Friends, but a lot more technical. I am so excited to be here. In fact, I was so excited about speaking to salespeople. I do this all the time. I do a lot of sales kickoff events. I do a lot of conferences where I get to talk about AI, and it's super cool. But I always love to be my very best for salespeople because I know you bring your A game, and I want to do the same. So I did what every good AI person does under these circumstances. I asked ChatGPT this morning what I should wear. I said, I have a pink suit, and I have a blue suit. Which one should I wear? And it gave me a 500-page article about color psychology, audience perceptions, and lighting conditions, and then recommended a black suit I don't even own. And I think that kind of summarizes where we are with AI, right? This idea that it's equal parts, like incredibly informative and insightful. It's also very, very overwhelming. And potentially gives you answers sometimes that are just enough that it makes you feel like you need to question all your life choices. Is that fair? Oh my gosh, there's so much happening, particularly in the world of sales. You've been hearing all day today about changing customer expectations, how we need to prospect, how we need to respond faster. Has anybody got like a notebook of 85 things that you have to do? Would you like me to give you your very first AI tip? Take a photo of all of your notes over the last day. Who was here yesterday? Oh, look at you. I love it coming back in. Who saw me yesterday? Oh, you guys. Oh, there we go. At least one person, at least one. Phew. That means all of my jokes for you are new. New and improved. No, I'm kidding. I just wrote them all for you. Unless they're not funny, in which case I've reused them, and I'm really sorry about that. Okay, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. So as we're thinking about all of the things that are happening with AI, your first tip is take a picture of all of your notes, every page of notes that you've taken. You're going to drop those all into ChatGPT or your AI of choice, and you're going to say, I attended the most amazing national sales conference ever, and I saw the best AI speaker ever. That part's just for me. But then you're going to say, take all of my notes, I want you to consolidate them, type them up, organize them, and help me prioritize what I should action first. A tip right off the bat. Quick, write it down. All right, now there's a lot going on, and we have a lot to cover today, and I'm super excited about doing that because today is all about becoming AI empowered. Now, there is so much happening. Did anybody feel a little overwhelmed by what's happening with AI right now? Like, how do you keep up with it? Everything's changing. Oh my gosh, we can't handle this kind of technological change. Good news, this isn't the first time that's happened. This isn't the first time we've had a technology shift that's changed the way that we operate on a day-to-day basis. Now, I've been married for just over 26 years. If you knew my husband, you would applaud. Thank you. If you knew me, you would give him a standing ovation. This is a lot to take in. And my husband, you should probably know this about him, he is a British accountant. Does that tell you everything that you need to know about him in 2 words? He loves a reconciliation like we love anything else. Absolutely anything. Nothing like a 0-0 trial balance for him. He gets so excited about this stuff. Now, my husband is one of the most amazing people that you'll ever meet. He's lovely, he's funny, he is exactly the person you want to have on your pub quiz team. However, every Friday night when we were first married, we would have an argument. Now, we get along most of the time famously, but every Friday night we used to have this ritual. And in this ritual, every Friday, we would come home from work, change our clothes straight away, get back in the car, and head straight out to sort out our entertainment for the weekend. Now, This doesn't feel like this would be like such a tough call, but it was time pressured. We had to hurry. We had to get to the store in time to get our choices made. Now, I really felt like, and at the time we were living in Denver, Colorado, and I knew that what my husband needed more than anything in the world was he needed to understand America. He needed a little piece of Americana. And so I went into one Friday night in particular thinking that what he needed more than anything was this. Does anybody recognize this man? Hugh Jackman, very good. The very handsome, ravishing Hugh Jackman, but multi-talented as well. Because on this particular night, I knew that what my husband needed to experience was a particular film. Now, I don't expect any of you to get this, but does anybody recognize this? What is it? Oklahoma. It's on the cover there, Oklahoma. Now, I don't expect that many of you have seen Oklahoma, so let me summarize it for you. Oklahoma is an all-singing, all-dancing musical extravaganza about the founding of Oklahoma. It's like a prequel of the American experience. And in this founding, there are people who love, and there are horses, and sometimes all at the same time. And they're singing and dancing in calico prints and dresses and twirling around, and it's amazing. And your expression was his expression. He said to me that he would rather do taxes by hand without a calculator. Now, I have to explain that while I was sitting there basically doing my own personal rendition of this incredible musical badly, that the whole time I was doing that, he was thinking about this. Now, has anybody seen Steve Head while you've been here? Good, seen Steve talk about the chimp brain, the idea of the chimp paradox. Well, the whole time I'm sitting here espousing the wonders of Oklahoma, my husband's chimp brain was going, oh no, what if I see this? What if I see this? This is the worst, we've got to hurry, we've got to hurry. Now, some of you may not recognize this yet, but if I zoom out, does that look familiar? What is it? Blockbuster, perfect, it's Blockbuster, not just any part of Blockbuster. This was the new releases wall. The place where all the new releases were. The place where you would go to look for the film that you wanted to see that was invariably not available because somebody else had checked it out. Now, while this is certainly interesting, and he was very worried about getting to the back of the store in order to get the greatest new releases because I wanted to go to Love and Romance on one side, he wanted to go to the back and find things that blew up. But here we were at the new release wall of Blockbuster, staring at what he had hoped would be the film that he would rent. Now, everybody is familiar with the idea, perhaps, of renting movies. For those of you that aren't familiar with the idea of Blockbuster, this was where we used to go to get a movie to bring home to watch at home. Craziness. For some of you, these are called DVDs. DVDs are how we used to watch movies. We used to have to open a drawer, put it in, press play. It was amazing, incredible technology. Now, what most people maybe don't know about Blockbuster, where is it now? Gone, dead, gone, disappeared. Well, not entirely true. There's one Blockbuster remaining. It's located in Bend, Oregon. It is basically like a museum. People go there like they're going to see dinosaur fossils. Now, when we think about Blockbuster and the fact that they're gone today, maybe what people don't know is that Blockbuster had the chance to buy 49% of Netflix. And they opted not to do that. They made a strategic choice, an intentional choice, to not invest in that technology because they couldn't imagine a world where that technology would change the way that people experience entertainment. Blockbuster didn't go out of business because people stopped watching movies. They went out of business because they weren't prepared and willing to invest in the technology to embrace where their customers and prospects and clients were going. So the opportunity today for you as sales professionals and sales leaders is to decide whether you want to be a Blockbuster, doubling down on the processes and systems that you have today, or whether you might be more interested in trying to decide how you can become a Netflix, where you can be the person who's thinking forward about what is coming in the world for your prospects, for your clients, for your teams. Now, it turns out that there is so much happening right now when it comes to AI that it can be a little overwhelming sometimes to kind of get a handle on all of it. One of the things that I think is most interesting about this is when I get to do research and interview organizations about what they're doing with AI, how it's working for them,